Yeah, my name is Lynn Vincentnathan. I'm the principal investigator for the project in Pharr, Texas, and actually I'm the research as a part of the research team. So we work at the University of Texas, Pan American, and Pharr is just adjoining town to the university. So in the research project on Smart Policing Initiative, what we did was we started the research in January and we continued, and this has been nearly 10 months. And over that period, we looked into the crime problem from a historical point of view, as well as we were kind of thinking more in terms of what the understanding from the crime reveals us to focus on controlling crime. And in that regard, we selected two areas. One is the experimental area, and then the other one is the control area. So we selected the two areas in the high crime rate area. And so our focus is therefore to see the various kinds of activities that we engage in to control crime in the experimental area, how much effect that has in comparison to not very many activities that we'll be putting forth in the control area. So the ultimate idea is to control crime for the whole city in an economically feasible way, so that the resources don't have to be wasted. I turn this next part of it to Lynn.
So aside from those two sectors that where we're gonna do police, problem-oriented policing, smart policing, and community policing in the experimental group, we've also taken on two other projects. One of them is offender-based. We're going to deal with domestic violence and bring the domestic violent offenders down to the police station. Not the ones who are arrested; they'll be treated as usual. But the ones who aren't arrested, when they have calls for domestic violence, and we're going to they'll be coming from areas outside the control and treatment areas, the rest of Pharr, and we're also going to be doing a try to reduce burglar alarms by putting a door hanger, having the police put door hangers and talk to the people who have false alarms to get them to take a bite out of crime and reduce crime, so police can focus then on real crime. That's going to save an enormous amount of money in police time, even if we can reduce that a little bit. So then the police will have more time to devote to smart policing. So we're hoping that all three prongs of our project work, because they all work together, they reinforce each other.
So we are focusing our research on the place-based hotspot control of the crime. And the second part of it is the offender-based program, in which what we are doing is we have chosen domestic violence offenders, and in an informal sense we are trying to sort of see whether they can be changed. So for that we have a program. It's a kind of a station adjustment program, in which we get the offenders, those who get reported, and ask them to come to the police department the next day. And then they come there. In the police department there is a court, and next to it is a jail. There's a room in the middle, so there will be discussion of the problem with 3 or 4 people, and perhaps that the victim may also be involved in the subsequent meeting or something like that. So the whole idea is that whether the court situation and jail situation and the offender seeing this will have some kind of an effect in changing the person, so that the person will not keep engaging in domestic type of violence. So that's another project.